other neighboring countries. So first and most important reason is it is about quality of Regenesis qualifications. So Regenesis qualifications are internationally recognized. So they are high quality qualifications which students achieve at much lower cost when compared to qualifications obtained in the UK or USA or Canada or Australia or New Zealand or any other European country. So it's really, bottom line is really getting internationally recognized high quality qualification at a reasonable price. So it's really great value for money, which offers really great return investments. You know, we understand Indian parents and students. For them, most important factor in deciding to which institution or which country they send their children is really about return investment. So we believe Regenesis provides an amazing return investment. So cost of our education is about half of the price from other Western countries, and our qualifications are recognized globally. So by obtaining, for example, South African MBA, our students can get job in Canada, Europe, Dubai, Australia, New Zealand, anywhere in the world. You know, so why spend 2 times more money and then still look for job in those countries if you can get them in South Africa? Now, South Africa, Regenesis in South Africa offers several very flexible education opportunities. Now, because of current problems with pandemic and lockdowns, you know, Regenesis is very flexible. So we offer opportunities to students to attend online sessions, mixed mode sessions, or immersion sessions. So for example, if situation does not get improved in terms of lockdowns and pandemic in the next few months, you know, students can start studying, and they can switch to contact learning when the situation improves and when travel, you know, becomes easier. You know. So there are several modes of delivery. Students can study online only. They can study 1 year in India, 1 year in South Africa. They can study all 2 years in South Africa if they're doing MBA, or if they're doing bachelor's degree, they can do all 3 years in South Africa. We have also option of doing immersion in Mumbai. So we truly, in Mumbai, Dubai, and also in South Africa in Johannesburg. So we truly provide international experience, which is really most important, you know, in all of this. You know, maybe just to share a few things about South Africa. Many of you don't know about South Africa as being education destination. You know. So a few good things about South Africa. South Africa is for those of you who don't know much about South Africa and Africa, and I assume most of you know about South Africa because of cricket, because there are some very good South African cricket players playing cricket in India, and also you know South Africa because of Gandhi, because he spent all 20 years of his life in South Africa, and you may know South Africa also because of World Soccer Cup, which happened in South Africa in 2010. You probably know also about South Africa because of beautiful game reserves and nature, and some of you might have been in South Africa. Okay, so South Africa is one country in Africa, one out of 54 countries in Africa. Africa as a continent has a population of 1.3 billion people, very similar to India. And South Africa is the most developed country in Africa. It's a small country as compared to India, with a population of about 50 million people, but it is very developed. It is developed similarly to some of the European countries. Some of you have been in the UK or Germany or France, you know, in terms of infrastructure, in terms of infrastructure capabilities and nature. South Africa is very beautiful and very, very developed. So South Africa provides also a lot of job opportunities to our students, not only through Indian companies, you know, and there are about 120 large Indian companies, most largest Indian companies like Tatas and Mahindras and Ciplas and mining companies and car manufacturing companies and software and IT engineering companies. Many of them operate in South Africa. And those Indian companies, often they set up their headquarters in South Africa, and then from South Africa, they expand to across Africa, across other countries in Africa. So South Africa provides a lot of economic development opportunities, a lot of job opportunities, a lot of entrepreneurship opportunities for Indian students. And many of these Indian companies, they prefer to employ Indian students because Indian students have a good reputation of being hardworking, being very smart, intelligent, and having good work ethics, honesty, and good values in general. So Indian students always get opportunities and preference as compared to other students. So those are really few reasons why you should consider doing business with Regenesys. As education consultants, we offer very competitive commission type of rates, recruitment rates, and we look really for we look at developing long-term relationship with you. We are not interested in developing short-term relationships. We always look at developing long-term relationships. So those are a few things I would like to share with you. Maybe just a little bit about Regenesis as an institution. So we are about 22 years old. We are rated as a top business school in South Africa. We are very entrepreneurial, and we are very fast growing and rapidly expanding global business school. We have students from over 190 countries from across the world. We have over 200,000 or 2 lakhs of alumni who have done various programs with Regenesis, from bachelor's degrees to MBAs we have also very good relationships with corporates. So because of our relationships with corporates, because we do a lot of executive education training for them, we are able to place our students. So we are able to provide good job opportunities to our students. So some of our corporates are large multinational corporates, big names like Microsoft and Mercedes-Benz and Barclays Bank. And many of these corporates, we've been doing business with them for many years, and we have very close relationships with them. And many of their executives also deliver talks and leadership presentations to our students. So we're very close interaction with corporates across the world. So that puts us in a very advantageous position in terms of job opportunities for our students. So that's basically in summary, key proposition is return on investment for students and for their parents. We believe we offer high quality, internationally recognized qualifications at a very good price. Also, cost of living in South Africa is not so expensive as compared to cost of living in Europe or America or Australia. So those are key, really differentiating points when education consultants compare Regenesis Business School with other universities across the world. Yeah. So thank you, Rani. Over to you, and I'll be happy to answer some questions from education consultants here.
Okay. So thank you, Dr. Marco, for that. I'd like us to actually go into the video on South Africa, if that's okay, before we talk more. I think it gives a good picture. So before I introduce the video for South Africa, it really is one, like you've spoken about, the accreditation of having a student and a family have a child with an internationally accredited institute like Regenesis. Second becomes the value for money. The exchange rate between the rupee and the rand is far stronger than it would be to the dollar or the pound for an Indian family sending their child on education. So the value for money, and then it's the destination. South Africa as a destination The climate is fantastic. From a safety perspective, it's very important for our agents to know that our institute in South Africa is actually at the epicenter of our economy in South Africa and for Africa. It's in a destination called Sandton. If you Google this, you'll see that we have our JSE, our stock exchange, walking distance from our university as well. So it becomes quite a financial hub where we're based. So that increases the safety of where we're based. As that has come up a few times, is South Africa a safe destination for my child? And when you're dealing with families, these are questions that agents need to feel equipped to answer. And so we assure you of our location being prime in South Africa. The accommodation for the students are some 6-7 kilometers away from our institute, which then makes it a fairly upmarket suburb, as well as an affluent suburb in South Africa. Again, when you're in an affluent suburb, safety is of the highest as well. Now, we've spoken about Regenesis as an accredited institute and the value for money, and Dr. Mark has also spoken about the two modalities that we have. The one is online, and this is something agents should consider. So it is a destination to travel to South Africa and get immersed into an institute that offers global thinking and holistic human development. But if you wanted to be in India and not manage that trip across, then the budget way, I would say it, would be to study online with us and still have international exposure from sitting in your very home using your devices to be able to connect. I want to so I'm going to say, Marco, is that okay? Should I just play the video? Let's play the video for South Africa. Yeah, are you playing the next video? You can go ahead.
Business dreams, but an idea held in your heart and trapped in your mind. Are you waiting to break your fears and awaken your potential? Regenesis Business School also started as an idea in the mind of an entrepreneur, academic, philanthropist, and former monk. Dr. Marco Saravanya had a dream.
A dream of making the world a better place to live in through education. Not just ordinary education, but education that inspires and transforms human hearts and souls.
Using the human development lessons Marco learned as a monk, he and founding directors Penny Law and Vivian William created an educational experience that approaches development holistically, not just intellectually, but emotionally, physically, and spiritually.
This philosophy that combines heart and soul, holistic development to awaken potential, is underpinned by integrity, a deep sense of caring, academic excellence, agility, and continuous innovation. Regenesis offers qualifications that develop responsible, solution-focused, emotionally intelligent, and value-driven leaders who operate successfully in a dynamic environment.
Regenesis Business School offers an MBA, postgraduate diplomas, bachelor programs, higher certificate qualifications, and a range of executive programs.
Our leading school of public management offers various qualifications. These are specifically designed to develop innovative leaders and managers to improve service delivery and to advance their careers in the public sector. Regenesis is registered with the Department of Education as a higher education institution. The Council on Higher Education accredits our learning programs, and the South African Qualification Authority records them. We are internationally recognized with an ISO 9001-2008 accreditation and registered with several CETAs.
Regenesis customizes programs to address specific needs in your organization. We use interactive teaching methodologies to encourage critical and analytical thinking, behavior change, and application in the workplace. Studying at Regenesis gives you the flexibility to manage your career and your studies by offering you the choice to attend class or to connect to a live class from the comfort of your own home or office. Alternatively, you can study on your own with the support of our virtual programs and study materials. You can even access them on your mobile device, anytime, anywhere. Holistic development is at the heart of our values. Therefore, in addition to promoting education and wellness, Regenesis has also expanded to other divisions to provide financial services and serve the community.
In awakening your potential, we will also help you pursue financial freedom through Regenesis Investments, which is committed to helping increasing your financial knowledge and changing your relationship with money.
Then there is the Regenesis Foundation. It is a non-profit organization that provides anyone access to free, high-quality business education materials. We believe that education is a human right, but also a priceless gift. The Regenesis Foundation raises funds for bursaries for those who are financially disadvantaged, so that they may also realize their dreams through high-quality education. Regenesis students are currently studying from over 200 countries and territories in the world. As a graduate of Regenesis, you may network with diverse alumni. Our leadership and investment conversations can be accessed globally via live streaming or by attending them. Our speakers are highly reputable industry experts who share their insights with us and give you an invaluable networking experience.
Our mission is to awaken the potential of people, organizations, society, and the world. Liberate your individual or organizational dreams by breaking your fears through education. We are continuously pushing boundaries and innovating our products, services, and delivery mechanisms to achieve our vision of becoming a leading global management and leadership institution.
Visit our website to find out more about our Regenesis divisions and how to contact your nearest international office. It is time to awaken your potential.
Thank you for that, Neha. Again, apologies. We seem to have had a few technical glitches today. The start of the video was not solidly clear, but we will be making this available to our agents that we're connecting with now as well. So there's a question that's come through, and I'll take this particular one. It says, can you talk to us about internships and placements with your qualification? So we've spoken about Regenesis. Dr. Marco Sarvani has spoken about Regenesis as a business school and as a business institute for accredited courses. What we haven't touched on, and I would like to take the lead on this, is that we're an institute with subsidiaries in My Wealth Investments, which takes care of students as well as international and local investors. We have Denanda Talent, which is the recruitment arm of Regenesis. We have some 10 companies that support the life cycle of our student, who then moves on to become an alumni and a participant of our program through various initiatives. And one of those initiatives is also through our foundation at Regenesis that extends out into providing education for students that wouldn't otherwise be able to afford the premium rates for private education and the accreditation that we have. So I'm going to go back to Denanda Talent. Denanda Talent is the recruitment arm of Regenesis, and it works very closely with alumni as well as external clients and corporates in South Africa to be able to place not only our graduates, but to find the right fit and skill set for the demands of our clients. Having an internal recruitment company also means that we're able to service our graduates far more effectively. And how do we do this for our students coming from India? So from students coming from India, what we do is towards their last semester of the MBA program, Denanda Talent runs special work readiness programs to enable the student to prepare their CV, their curriculum vitae for the market externally, to be able to role play and become more fit for an interview with corporate clients and giants in the South African economy. And then we secure them interviews to be able to go out and present themselves as a graduate of Regenesis. We successfully placed 100% of our 2019 graduates earlier this year in South Africa. So the student has the option to stay on for a full year or for years following the graduation to live within the South African community or do an internship and return back to India or anywhere else in the world. So I hope that answers your question on the recruitment. From an internship perspective, as soon as your degree is finished, we do secure you internship in the South African market for at least 3 months. And that also gives you time to be able to secure permanent employment opportunities, which we assist through Denanda Talent. Let me just see if there's any other questions. Okay, so there's a few agents that are requesting. We will be sending through our portfolio as well as a program of all our courses that we run. We have your email addresses, and we will be following this interview right now with the mail shot to everyone of our programs and the breakdown of the prices. So to put it into context, an online bachelor course could cost as little as 99,000 Rand, or an equivalent of just under 500,000 rupees, as an example, for a 3-year bachelor program based in your home, doing it through South Africa. The MBA program for a contact class, as well as the prerequisite for an international qualification, is the postgraduate diploma. As a combined would be an approximate 25 lakhs for an Indian student to spend 2 years in South Africa to qualify and graduate through us. Deborah, can I hand over to you to just talk through the programs when the students come into South Africa? So there's some immersion for the agents to understand how we run the program in South Africa.
Perfect, Indrani. No problem at all. Good afternoon, everybody. I hope everyone's well. I am sitting at our offices in South Africa, and I've got a beautiful view of Sandton. So when you come here to our campus, you'll be able to see the beautiful view and all of the people that are obviously here at our Sandton campus. So each student that comes here, we obviously look after everybody on a personal level. We have got different academics that assist us when students arrive. You are met at the airport, you're taken to your accommodation, and once you come through to our campus at Sandton, you're welcomed by your personal program administrator. Every qualification has a personal program administrator, and they are there to assist you with obviously your studies, your journey as you embark on your studies. Your programs are offered on different levels, as Indrani has said to us earlier. And from your postgrad in business that you would be doing, you can obviously go on to your MBA, and that is done full time. So how our classes work is, some of the classes will be offered during the day, some of them would be offered on a Saturday, some of them are full time, and some of them are online. So depending on what you enroll for. So if you are coming through to our Sandton campus and you are going to be full time, you're going to be doing classes from Monday to Thursday with our different facilitators, different modules that you will be doing. The MBA full-time is offered in a 1-year program, and you will do a number of modules in your first semester. You would then do your assignments, and then you would do your exams. You would then take a break. You would then go on to your second semester, where you would do your classes. You would then do your assignments, and then you would do your exams. Once you've completed your full year, so say if you arrive here in February, our academic year starts and you're doing your MBA, you will write your last exams in November. You would then do your mini dissertation at the same time, and you would graduate the following year, either the April or the May. If you're going to be doing your postgrad in business, you would also come through, that is 7 modules, and that you would do in 15 months. You have got certain different qualifications that you would do there, and that is offered on a Saturday or online. Your bachelor's in business, if you have got students that are coming through there, that will be also offered full-time, the same as your MBA, and that would obviously be offered over a three-year program, and you would attend classes also Monday to Thursday. And while you are here with your studies, there's obviously other activities that the students would be able to do. We have got one of our doctors, Dr. Nishikant, who actually deals with all of our international students, and he helps them, and we don't only just focus on the studies, we obviously do some, personal activities in that with our students. We try to do yoga with the students. We do have different events for the students. So it's a very well-balanced schedule. Everybody is put into different classes. And we also try to get our students to interact with our students that are here, from other qualifications and from different companies and things like that. So the students that attend won't be only left on their own. There is a lot of interaction between our different students. So you would be able to meet people from different walks of life. Obviously, as Mark has said earlier, you have the opportunity to mix with business owners, with people that are influential in companies, where students will be able to secure jobs and that type of thing. So our classes are very very strict. We do try and obviously work on our academics, to make sure that everything is done the way it should be, because we need to make sure that everybody's getting the quality that they've paid for. But we do also give you a lot of support while you are here.
Thank you, Deborah. I think just to reiterate what you're saying, we have personal program advisors, and these are really the caregivers of our students. Am I right? These are the people that handhold our students throughout their entire journey to Regenesis, whether they have an issue with whatever it could be, an assignment that they're struggling with to submit, or a lecture they didn't understand, connectivity issues. Our PPAs, in short, that we call them for. Can I just ask those that are joining us to mute yourselves, because your background noises are carrying through, please. And so I was saying the personal program advisors, who are PPAs, are really the handholders of our students that find themselves in a new country, in a new home. And these are a group of vibrant young people that can identify with the students that come through. But more than just the PPAs, we also have our academics, who are really heart and mind and soul connected to our students in the classroom, and offer their services and support in terms of additional support where students may be grappling. And then we have the management team that Deborah talks about. We have a wellness center called Urban Wellness at our campus. And here we run yoga classes, mindfulness like meditation type classes for the students. And we're trying to get in a whole host of activities around Zumba, which is more hip and happening for students that are younger. But it's a variety of programs that we run throughout the week, where we encourage participation for our students to be able to bring this balance to them while they're away from home, thousands and thousands of miles away. Dr. Marco, can I hand over back to you again? Yeah, and I think this time, we've spoken about South Africa as a destination. We've spoken about the value for money. But there's a question that's come up here. And this came through from an agent when we interacted with them as well. I know you've covered it in the return, the value for money, but when agents are speaking to families that want to go to Canada, what would be the advantage of them being convinced to come to South Africa? Now, I'm South African born, so I would probably take half an hour to give him all the pluses of South Africa. But I think it would be interesting to feel this to you, because you've been born European, and you have the best of both worlds, actually, having been raised and educated in Europe and then coming into Africa and South Africa. Why would someone choose Europe or Canada or America chose the other way about, choose South Africa over a Europe or a Canada or yeah. Can I hand that over to you?
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Indrani. Can you hear me?
You can, thank you.
Yeah, I hope you all can understand my accent. By now, I think you're okay with my accent. I forgot to mention my accent comes from a country called Croatia. And yeah, I've been in South Africa for the past 30 years. And most of you know about Croatia because of World Soccer Cup in Russia. Croatia came second in the world. And Croatia has some really good football players. Not only good football players, but also good-looking people. You know, you may know Croatian president, a former president, and yeah, just good-looking people come out of that part of the world. You know. Okay, but it was a joke. To answer your question, Indrani, firstly, students from India may struggle now to get to Canada or to Europe because of visas, you know. Okay, so because of lockdown, you know, Europe is closed completely, and so is Australia and New Zealand and Canada and USA. So it's almost impossible to get there. Now, Regenesis helps with visas. Okay, it's one of the biggest blockages in this type of business of international students. So because of relationships we have with South African High Commission in India, and because of all these people are actually Regenesis students, alumni. You know, so we have several consul generals and South African ambassadors, you know, in India for the last 10, 15 years. They are all students. Also, we have trained our own staff in consulates, South African consulates in Mumbai and Delhi. They are Regenesis students, you know. Now, it's not just a relationship that we have, which we can help, you know, to get our students visas, but also India and South Africa have very good relationships. You know, India and South Africa are part of BRICS alliance. You know, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. So this type of political alliance helps with visas, because BRICS, purpose of BRICS alliance is really to promote economic cooperation and also education cooperation and social and cultural cooperation between these countries, you know, and also to channel flow of students and economic opportunities between India and South Africa and Africa, rather than between India and Europe and in America. And some of you may know international education is a big business. You know, it's 100,000 students, 1 lakh students every year leaves India and goes to Western world and to Australia and New Zealand. You know, okay. So visa is one definitely big opportunities, a big advantage. You know, Indian students will really struggle to get to Europe. You know, you cannot get now to UK or to France or Germany. It's a complete lockdown. You know, and South Africa is open. Second one, I'll repeat again, it's really return on investment. You know, so cost of education in South Africa is half of what we'll pay in other Western countries, and cost of living in South Africa is also half. You know, and you're getting recognized, internationally recognized qualifications. So South African MBA is recognized in Canada or Dubai or UK or New Zealand, Australia, USA, anywhere in the Western world, you know. So with South African MBA, basically you get a job the same way you got if you get it from other countries and from other institutions, you know. So the question becomes, why spend 2 times more money, and then also you struggle to get to those countries if you can get it, you know, done with Regenesis, you know. And then obviously a lot of economic opportunities in terms of job opportunities, in terms of entrepreneurship opportunities, because Africa is one of the fastest growing parts of the world in terms of economic development, you know, because it was a not very developed part of the world, but now it is fast developing. So those are really key reasons, you know. So it's really visa, it is it's value for money, it is internationally recognized qualifications, and it's a beautiful country. You know, South Africa is really, truly beautiful country. You know, I was born in Croatia. You know, when I came to South Africa, I just fell in love with the country. It's a beautiful climate, you know, it's beautiful air. You know, some of you who live in big cities in India, like especially like Delhi, which has a huge, you know, pollution. You know, you cannot see sun, you know, for many months. You know, and airplanes struggle to land because of fog. And Mumbai and most of the big cities in India are polluted. You know? So South Africa is a beautiful, clean air, beautiful nature, beautiful coast, beautiful game reserves, you know, deserts and mountains, you know, and nature, and very developed infrastructure. Some of you may have a concern about crime, and there's a lot of negativity and, you know, negative publicity in terms of crime, and some parents may be concerned about crime in South Africa. I would like just to address that, you know, proactively before some of you start asking those questions, you know. So Regenesis Business School is situated in a very developed area. It is the richest square mile of Africa. It's called Sandton. So it's the richest square mile of Africa as a continent. And it's very safe. Okay. So obviously there are some parts of Johannesburg who are not safe, you know, but neither is Delhi safe. You know, there are many instances of crime and similar activities in Delhi and in any big city, you know. So we help our students, we train them, we tell them what to do, what not to do, which parts of, you know, town not to go to, and what to do, you know. So I've been in the country for 30 years, I'm still alive, and South Africa is safe, you know, if you you know, do follow certain simple rules, you know. Avoid certain areas, going to certain areas late at night, you know, and you'll be fine. So South Africa does not have a type of like bomb explosions, like, you know, terrorist attacks like you get in London or Paris, you know, or some of the Western countries, you know. So Muslims and Hindus and white people and black people, they live in harmony in South Africa. So South Africa is a very cosmopolitan country. So some of you who know a little bit about history of South Africa, you will understand South Africa was a British colony, same like India. That's why it is English-speaking country. But part of South Africa was occupied by Dutch, type of Holland, and there's a community called Afrikaans, but also there are a lot of other communities, from Greek community to Portuguese and Italian communities, and small Croatian community, and Jewish community, and it's really multi-country, very diverse society, in which you will not experience you know, racism and some of the issues, you know, you may have in India in terms of like caste system and those diversity problems, you know. So in summary, South Africa is a really beautiful country. This is a great opportunity. It's a great business opportunity for you as education agents. You know, you must look at this as an amazing opportunity. You cannot send Indian students now anywhere in the world because of lockdowns. You know, you can send them to Regenesis. You know, you can, because of flexibility. You know, they can study in Mumbai for a year, or they can do online, or they can do mixed mode, or they can do type of immersion, you know. So I believe it's an amazing business opportunity for you, and please see this as a unique opportunity that comes, you know, once in a lifetime. You know, it doesn't come every year. Pandemics and lockdowns don't happen every year. And that happens once in 100 or 1,000 years, you know. So I hope you will embrace this opportunity. I hope you will come back to us and you will express your interest in you know, doing business with us. And if you decide to do this, then we're going to sign an agreement with you. We're going to supply you with all material that you may require, you know, prospectuses and brochures, you know, and videos, you know, and we also will be happy to organize a type of Zoom type of meeting sessions with your own students and parents and clients that you have, you know. So if you're an agent, you know, in Hyderabad or Nepal or anywhere, you know, if you assemble a group of students, you know, we'll be happy to get our team from South Africa to interact directly and to interact directly with parents, to answer any questions, that parents may have or students may have. Now thanks to technology, we can do this. We can connect and we can provide you all information you require. We don't have to travel now physically to your place like we used to do in the past. Okay. So I hope you again, you will embrace this opportunity. I invite you to do business with us. We are very ambitious, very entrepreneurial organization. We are very much focused on quality. We would like to develop deep relationships with you, long-term relationships, and we would like to do great business with you, and to also to change lives. I always say education is not just a business. It's about changing lives. It's about empowering students. It is about helping them to achieve their dreams. Regenesis' slogan is awakening potential. And we are in this business of education because we believe this is our purpose. Our purpose is really about making our world a better place by developing better leaders and better managers. And that's why we are in the business of education. So that's one thing unique about Regenesis. We are a purpose-driven institution, and purpose is really about changing lives. Yeah. Okay, so again, I invite you, and I hope to see some of you very soon, either in South Africa or India, and I hope we'll develop long-term, lifelong business relationships and personal relationships. Okay, and from my side, God bless all of you, and I wish you all success. Yeah.
I have one question.
Thank you,
I
Dr.
have one question.
Yes, please go ahead.
Since the fees is, it's for 2 years, it's I think more than 14 lakhs plus GST. If we add, it is going somewhere around 17 lakhs. Okay. Hello.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So the average cost, if you calculate in London or Canada or Europe, it is less than our cost, like Regenesis. And there we have a stay back options of 2 years in UK, Canada. Obviously, we get around 3 years, and then we can get a PR. So my question to you is like, how should we convince the students that Regenesis is the best one for you? Rather than, see, every student in India, they have a dream of studying abroad. Abroad in their terms is like, Europe, Canada. Europe recently they have started because of the long work. The work permit was closed in London, but recently in Jan 2020 they have started the work permit also, like 1 year masters and 2 years extra work permit. So it was not there like till 7 years. Since the crowd is now moving to UK and Canada, we have like 2 years, they have 3 years work permit. Same New Zealand, we do masters 2 years, they get 3 years work permit. In Australia also we do 2 years masters, 3 years work permit. So in our case, there is only a job search visa, I guess. There is no certain specific of job search visa to find a job. This was my first question, why to spend so much of money in Regenesis? And apart from that, if I convince my students in Mumbai, Pune, or wherever like we have offices, we can convince them in terms of placement. In London, Canada, there is no, guarantee. The placement is not that so good. Since the country is like, everyone, London, America, they feel it's like, it's a Western country and developed country. So what will be our USP in terms of, placement and the college? How should we convince the student to, enroll in Regenesis for MBA? Since the cost is also too high. For example, I'll give you an example. In Mauritius, we do like 1 year MBA, which is affiliated to Northampton University in UK. So 1 year masters cost them somewhere around 7 lakhs. So there are other options in the market. Why like they should choose, Regenesis? In terms of placement, quality education, I think Dr. Marcus has already given the brief details of the economy and everything. So job perspective would be how, how the job search visa would be the main target of every student. So he'll be spending so much of money. So he would like to, stay there and work there and, rate returns. They should get the returns of investments. Like that is the only criteria every student looks at. So what do you think, how should we, convince those kind of students?
So thank you for your questions that you've posed. I think there's different parts to the question, and I'd like to begin with it, and then Dr. Marco and Deborah can step in to affirm their viewpoints as well. So
No
I think,
problem. Yeah.
So in South Africa, it is a 2-year program, 2 to 3 year program, and it's because our prerequisite for the MBA program is the PDBM program. Sorry, and in India, it is the bachelor program or the BTech that goes straight into an MBA program. So that takes care of the additional year. All our programs that we run with our students internationally does cater for an additional year for students to stay in country. And that really becomes their internship time that we're able to find them internship and them to find and secure their jobs as well. So in that time, I spoke about Dhananda Talent, and we do whatever we can. You know, as much as I'm not guaranteeing the job, I was able to give you information that we placed 100% of our students that finished in 2019 to substantiate the efforts that Dhananda Talent puts into securing jobs for our students in the market. You know, the job market in South Africa is very, very favorable towards Indian students of high skill. And an MBA just enhances that skill level that and work experience that they come with prior to entering South Africa. And if they don't, then they're going to start on an internship and develop themselves in some multinational or, you know, a corporate that will expose them to in South Africa. So that, I feel, is a huge unique selling point for South Africa as a destination towards employment. The fact that we have our own recruitment company and we're not just paying lip service to referring the student to an agency to be able to find them a job, that we're wholly integrated into that journey of job readiness, you know, role playing for interviews, prepping them, giving them insight into the market that they're entering into. So we're part of that journey, holding their hand all the way, which is a rare selling point. It really is. You know, there's not many universities that go this extra mile, and it really talks about the heart of Regenesis and who we are and how we support our students. Then the other part to consider is, again, you know, there would be many choices for students, and why a particular destination, right? So why pay this fee at this institute? And I think it comes back to what Dr. Marco says. You know, there's many students and families, affluent families, that have already predetermined that they'll send their child to the West for education. But the entrance criteria may not be met. And so there's huge disappointment with them not being able to go for that type of education. Immediately they fall out of that. Here's an opportunity for you to convince them to go to a destination of equivalent educational quality at a much reduced rate than, you know, with the Western competitors in the US and the UK. And then the third part would actually be the filter process for South Africa as well. You know, not every student will just qualify to come to South Africa. You've got to write an RMAT as well as have a 600 score on the GMAT in India to qualify to be able to make this entrance into Regenesis, because we want to have a caliber of student then makes the placement value that much higher as well. I hope that helps you answer your question. I'd like to, if Deborah or Dr. Marco want to comment as well, please feel free.
Maybe just add to Mr. Das.
Sorry to interrupt you, sir. 1 second, just 1 second. GMAT is compulsory, you mean to say, right? GMAT? GMAT is required for Regenesis MBA? GMAT?
No. Regenesis,
yeah.
No, Regenesis has its own test. It's called Regenesis Management Admission Test, you know, which has aspects of English language and mathematics and conceptual thinking and logic and reason. Yeah. Okay. Maybe just to answer again, you know, okay, so when it comes to cost of education, okay, so cost of qualification is just one part, but cost of living is the other one. You know? Cost of living is even more expensive than cost of education. And we know that cost of living in South Africa is much lower when it comes to UK or any other country in the West. You know, cost of accommodation, cost of food, cost of telecommunications, cost of even you know, travel and the rest, you know. So cost has to be, you know, total cost has to be, you know, considered when making this this decision. But then yeah. So job opportunity is the most important, I think, in terms of return on investment. And Rani has spoken about this. We know all that university in the West, they don't actually care about helping students to get jobs. They don't have a placement cells. They don't have recruitment companies.
Yes.
They're just interested in delivering education. Once students finish their qualification, that's their responsibility now to look for jobs. Now, Regenesis is very different, okay, because firstly, not only we do care, but secondly, we have a company which is called Untitled Talent, which is part of the Regenesis group, which responsibility of that company is to place these students. Okay, and we run a work readiness program. A work readiness program is a free program. A work readiness program helps students to get jobs. So work readiness program is helping students to develop their CV, to look professional, training them how to conduct interview, how to communicate, how to dress, how to answer questions, what to do, what not to do. So we organize 3 interviews for each of our students. So that's what really makes difference between Regenesis and other universities. Other universities in the West, they don't really care about students and jobs. It's not their business, and we do care, and we do because we know that's the reason why students ultimately are studying, because it's a return on investment, and we have some really great success stories. We have students or MBA students who have gotten job in South Africa at IBM, after graduating with MBA job at 35 lakhs, just up the road from our office, from our campus,
Okay.
So those are some of the opportunities. It's really job opportunity, and we place our students not only in South Africa, but we can place them anywhere across the world, in Dubai, in America, Europe, in Mumbai, because we have our own recruitment agency called the Talent. Okay, so that's one of the, I would say, unique selling propositions by Regenesis. Yeah, not only money, but job and placement. Yeah. Okay.
Thanks, Dr. Marco.
Thank you for the answer. Just one more question, like as I think this ma'am said, like 2019, we have successfully placed almost all students. I mean, 100% placement was there in 2019 batch.
For our students coming from Mumbai, yes.
Yes. So, okay. I mean, suppose if we work for you, like, can you share the details also in the meanwhile? I mean, like, show that we can, tell the students, like, these were the companies who hired last graduates with this much of packages or something. As Dr. Marco said, like, there is one student who went in IBM with a very higher package.
Yeah, we will engage and we'll share all that information with you. Yeah. Actually, it is 100, not almost, but it was 100% placement. So in Rani was.
If it's okay, it's even 90%, then it's okay. We can tell the students. We don't mind 100. If it's 90 also, it's good. The reason is, as you said, like in UK, they don't care about this placement services. They do their masters, 2 years they have to work any odd jobs or something to get the money back, and they have to come back. Same goes with Australia, same goes with New Zealand. There is no specific career service or recruitment team which you have. So it would be, really very helpful to us. So to show the students that we have placed so much of students in last year.
In addition to job placement, we help students to get visa. Okay, so we don't just say, okay, you go and get visa for yourself. So we help them to get visa. We help them to fill in forms and utilize whatever relationships we need and have with the government. South African government has a lot of skills shortage. South Africa, there's something called scarce skills. So, and India has abundance of those skills. So South Africa requires a lot of people with engineering background, with IT background, with software development background, and most of our students, who do, for example, MBA, they're all the engineers, either IT engineers or different type of engineers. So that's why Indian students become very placeable in South Africa because of their first degree. Yeah.
Right. Then everything is good, so that we can tell them like how much you are paying. It's worth it because you'll be, after all, getting a job of at least 7-8 lakhs minimum. I mean, to start with. in a placement. So your rate of return would be good in this case, rather than going in England or any other English speaking country. Once the job is done in South Africa, the visa is extended by itself, by the employer, like for longer period, or how is it? I mean,
yeah, we help them basically. Then we change from study visa to work permit, and then if they stay for 5 years, they can get permanent residence. Yeah.
After 5 years, they can get a PR. You mean to say?
Yeah, yeah.
Then it's
so
okay.
Study, yeah, so study visa, work permit, and then permanent residence. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. That's great. I mean, that's very important because everyone in India is now looking for a PR option.
Yeah.
So everyone, that's why a lot of crowd is going to Canada because of this PR. So no problem, but still, I mean, it's a good option. I think placement is the key area wherein we can focus, which none of the countries at the moment is giving.
Yeah.
I mean, none of the countries, neither US nor Australia nor New Zealand, no one is caring about the placement part.
Yeah.
So this is a good option. So, and one more last question. I mean, the batch size of the class. Batch size, I mean, how many students in a class at a time?
We have different, so in average it's about 30 students. So, but if it's online class, it is larger. Some are even smaller if they're contact learning classes, yeah.
Okay. Thanks a lot for your answer, and I'm pretty much clear now. So
thank you, Mr. Das. Thank you, Mr. Das. I hope you'll do great business for many years to come.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you
so much. Thank you for joining.
Yeah.
So for the agents that are closest to our office in Navi Mumbai or making their way across, I'm here from South Africa for another 2 weeks and would love to meet with you. We've also have Mr. Santosh Nair soon to become Dr. Nair in a few months. That's heading up our offices here in Mumbai. Dr. Surbi Jain, who's joined us today as well, is also head of academics in Mumbai. Surbi, if you just want to wave at everyone so they know who you are. So we have a fully fledged office here with classrooms and for students and tuition here as well in Navi Mumbai. And it would be lovely to engage with you one-on-one if you have the time. Happy to take an appointment and meet with you. So thank you so much, Mr. Das, for your questions. I'm hoping and very confident that means that you're going to be able to put us on your map in your #1 placement value.
Yes,
and that will definitely turn into a profitable relationship for both of us.
Yes.
So we welcome you into the family of Regenesis.
Thank you. We would definitely work, and that is my major concern every time. So it's almost cleared now. Yeah, placement is good, everything is good, then definitely we can enroll the students, no problem.
Brilliant. Dr. Marco, do you want to have some closing remarks? You always have something wonderful to inspire us with at the end, please.
No, I think I already said, I really would like to invite all of you to do business with us. I believe it is a unique opportunity. South Africa has been, is like a newly discovered education destination. It's a new opportunity. So you must consider this as a new opportunity. I'm sure most of you have never sent students to South Africa. Although for the last 7 years, we have over 1,000 students have come from India. But it's something new, so consider this as an innovation, as a game changer, for your business, and trust us, we will do our best, we are here in long run, we know if one unhappy student is not happy, it's going to compromise our long-term relationship, with agents and parents, and everything else, so we will run extra miles to make sure that every student is happy, that every parent is happy. And that's our purpose. That's what we do. So we invite you to do business with us, and let's engage on one-to-one. And Indrani, while she's there, you can even have a Zoom meetings with Indrani and our team in Mumbai office. Or if you are in Mumbai, you can visit us. And let's build trust. I believe business is about trust, and it's about relationship. And let's build that trust. And let's change lives. Let's make money. Let's do business. That's the reason why we exist, Yeah. Okay, so good luck and God bless all of you.
Thank you everyone for joining us this afternoon through the Zoom call. It felt like you were in our offices and interacting with us. We really, really look forward to having one-on-one engagements with you, it's the best way to try and build a lasting, fulfilling relationship that's mutually beneficial. So thank you again. Have a lovely afternoon, and we look forward to hearing from you. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you.